join us on our Nemours Estate tour, along with our siblings on our annual weekend out. Connie and I joined my brother and his wife prior to our sibling weekend that we have each year on a tour of the Nemours Estate. My brother has worked for the Nemours organization for many years, has never been able to tour this estate. As an employee, he was able to get his complimentary access. The tickets would normally run $23 a person. And as I think you'll see, that was well worth the cost if you were to go on this tour. The estate covers about 300 acres. It was once part of a 3,000-acre estate. It is meticulously cared for and just really, really beautiful. We were so surprised at how beautiful the estate was. We were fortunate to be joined by Linda, another Nemours employee. She's a longtime friend of my brother and his wife. I had met her previously at their wedding, and now we consider her our friend also. She's quite knowledgeable of the estate and the grounds there. The sunken gardens were closed for renovation. We wondered about this 200-acre garden. That size may or may not be correct. Reading through various accounts online, we get a lot of conflicting facts on the entire estate as far as sizes, number of rooms in the mansion, and that sort of thing. Nonetheless, though, it's very beautiful. It's designed in the classic formal French style. It's considered to be probably the most beautiful and most extensive formal French garden in the United States. The statue you see there is covered in 23-karat gold leaf. At this point in the garden tour, we're in the maze garden. The statue that you saw before is called the Statue of Achievement. We were at the estate in mid-September. I know this guy right here is in my camera shot, but generally we didn't have many people around us wherever we were at, whether it be in the mansion or in the gardens. I don't think this mansion gets a lot of attention for being as beautiful as it is. The reflecting pool here holds 800,000 gallons. And that water fountain shoots up about 12 feet in the air.
So beautiful. Oh look, it's even got some autumn in here for you. And there's also little gnomes hidden in little corners, in little places.
Inside
no, like on the grounds.
Okay.
So they have like a little hide and seek.
Let me see
like,
one. Let me know.
Okay.
Let me get a
I don't
video.
think there's any up in here, but it's so I've been here during monarch migration. And the monarch butterflies were just everywhere.
I've zoomed in quite a bit here to catch this hummingbird. At the time, I didn't even know it was a hummingbird. It was so small. It just looked like a large bug. This garden actually doesn't have a name that I know of, but it was really neat. And this kind of goes off into an area behind this pool. It looks like a kind of a wooded area. It will take you onto a path that circles the estate.
If anybody's wearing a backpack, no? Good, okay. The second rule, photography is permitted, but I'm afraid you're going to have to put away your stick while you're inside, okay? This is the
I think that's all right.
Folks, come on over here and I'll give you a little bit of history and a background of the house. If you would, or you can This is Alfred Ivy Plum, and he built the house in 1910, and he built it for his second wife. He was divorced. He married a divorced cousin who also had a daughter from her first husband, and so he got a wife, Alicia, and a stepdaughter, Alicia. There are approximately 77 rooms, give or take a closet or two. It was very comfortable for 4 people. The fourth person comes in because Alicia, a few years into the marriage, adopted a little baby in the painting, not the Madonnas from the Renaissance, but the other. The little girl was
The amount of access that we're given to the house was pretty amazing. In many of the rooms, you could walk all through the room. Of course, they had signs and little things on chairs and things, so they didn't want you sitting on those. There were docents available all through the house. I believe they moved around. I know that one lady that greeted us at the main door, we saw her other times, unless that was her clone that they'd made a couple other of. But joking aside, it really, really was quite spectacular how much we could see of the house and how much furniture was available that was from the original house. It had been restored.
Oldest piece in the house, there's no prize for getting it right. The only prize is bragging rights.
There you go.
That's more than...
It's not what you're expecting it to be.
Okay. You are correct. You are correct. It's a Greco-Roman glass. I was going to say it's from around 180.
Wow, way to go.
But look at the artwork in that.
Yeah.
What's that thing called?
It's an urn. It is by Wedgwood, I believe.
Yes, it's a Wedgwood urn. Yeah.
And I
This is the
don't have much
oldest
detail about it.
piece of artwork in the house.
Oh, you don't have
It's
to call it
Greco-Roman.
The estate was closed in 2005 for 3 years while they renovated the estate at a cost of $39 million.
Designer.
The house was very accessible for those with mobility issues. They even have elevator added in one part of the house for traveling between the various floors. Because the original elevator that was installed in the house would not be suitable for that.
Okay.
They had fun facts and in many of the rooms. And as you went into each room, there were also these placards that would tell you about the furnishings and highlights of the room.
And by the way, with that being Austrian, so is that chandelier. It's probably from the Schönbrunn Palace in Vienna, in which she grew up. She grew up
Welcome to Butler's Pantry.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I just said probably about
So they had an annunciator box, and that would basically light up when someone pressed a call button, and then they could look
Okay.
at that key to see who was calling.
to see who it was. Nice.
Also had a warming oven to keep hot foods warm, and then ice boxes.
The house is 47,000 square feet. I think there's like 105, 107 rooms. The count varies. 77 which were available to the public to see on most days. There are restroom facilities, modern restroom facilities located through the house for the public to use. There is no food or drink on the property available for purchase.
After gave them time off, treated them to movies, different things like that.
Nice. Good job. It's still a fancy place.
Layout.
If you do get hungry while you're on the Nemours Estate, I would highly recommend going over to the hospital cafeteria. The food is very good and is very reasonably priced. Actually, I had some of the best pizza I had in a long time there. It was a General Tso's chicken pizza, which very unusual, but it was really good. I'll try to include a picture here shortly for you.
Are known as the English gates, and they were once used at Wilmington Manor outside of London. And the gates on the far side are known as the Russian gates, and they once hung on a palace outside of St. Petersburg, Russia, which was owned by Catherine the Great. The gardens here are the largest formal French gardens in North America. And to your right, if you look up the end of the driveway there, you'll see the Caroline Tower. And that was built in 1935. It stands at 212 feet tall. And at one point it was the tallest man-made structure in the state of Delaware. It has 30 bells in it, ranging from 50 pounds to 5,000 pounds. Alfred and Jesse both are entombed there. And if you decide to come back and see us on May the 12th, which is Alfred's birthday, you will hear it ring out happy birthday to him. As we move through the gardens here, you want to keep an eye out for our domes. There's about a half a dozen of them scattered throughout the mulch beds here. They were brought back by the DuPonts from Czechoslovakia in the early 1900s. Alfred and Jesse were huge dog lovers. This statue here is called Bloodhounds. They had many dogs living with them over the years. The three main ones were Yip, Mate, and Mummy. Now Mummy was a stray that they picked up in Cairo, Egypt. Hence the name Mummy. And here we have the Temple of Love, featuring a bronze statue of Diana the Huntress, created in 1780. Now the sunken gardens here were designed by Mr. DuPont's son, Alfred Victor. They were constructed between 1928 and 1932. The walls and steps are travertine marble. The statuary is Carrara marble. We're not quite sure when it was or how old it is. But as you can see from here, just how big this tree actually is.
Look how big it is.
All these boulders that you see back here, this is our famous Brandywine blue granite. Now Alfred did operate a quarry back here where he quarried this granite, and it was used in the construction of the buildings here on the estate, mainly the walls and the foundation. In front of us here, you can see the Alfred I. DuPont Hospital in the latest edition. And then looking here at the rear of the mansion, this little bump out here is where was the wash bay. And then at each end of the garage were apartments. On the left-hand side was the visiting chauffeur's apartments. And down at this end here was Mr. and Mrs. Dolan's apartment. The Dolans did live here for over 40 years, serving the DuPont family. Raised 3 children here. The entrance is right here up to our left. And the first floor is open to the public till 4:30. It's well worth your walk back if you have the time. But in the garage you will find 5 antique automobiles. That is connected to the rear of the mansion via a tunnel that was used to protect clean linens against inclement weather. And then you have the mansion itself. Construction began in 1909, and there were a total of 77 rooms in the mansion.
Oh, that is really cool. The ornament that Connie was showing me there was the Silver Cloud Rolls Royce. That's the one we chose to purchase to commemorate our visit here to the estate. The stairway was very impressive, and I really admired the stained glass window. The window was added sometime after the construction of the mansion, but it was really cool. And I think it was designed by the Alfred's son.
All the way down here as the guest rooms begin.
Okay.
That is the ceiling. And this is the closest you're ever going to get to one in the house.
Oh, wow.
Because one of the most, in my opinion, spectacular rooms of the house is the stairwell. In terms of proportion and flow, it's one of the gold stars of Prayer at Hastings design work, I think.
Okay.
But in any event,
wow.
starting in the back right, first of the guest rooms, all the way up to where the lamp is. And then once you get to the lamp, beyond that are family bedrooms. And everything's open. Every room has an ensuite. And there's another floor of 6 more bedrooms, but not open.
Okay.
You have to take my word for it in case you
Yeah.
thought the house was too small. There's 6 more guest rooms upstairs.
Wow.
And you can do them in any room you like.
The style that Marty had in his house.
Mm-hmm.
Same kind of style, except he had a footed tub.
This room was one of those rooms that you had access to that was much more extensive than we'd ever get to in most mansion tours you'd go through. You could go through the entire room and see stuff that you wouldn't be able to in other places. This mansion was built for Alfred's second wife, Alicia. After she died, he remarried an acquaintance that he had, Jesse Ball. Jesse was 20 years his junior, and after his death in 1935, she oversaw the mansion and its gardens for 35 years until she died. To my understanding, because of the trust he set up, the mansion and the gardens were set up to become a museum of sorts, and this has allowed the public to come and see the wonderful place that they built. And so the furnishings you see were set aside from early on to be part of that this museum. Really quite impressive. What we can see, they had to put a lot of stuff into storage, even though that was part of the house. But they left a substantial amount of furniture and objects here.
Okay.
This is Mr. and Mrs. DuPont's bedroom.
Better. Better.
Her sitting room.
It's right here.
Okay. I can check it out.
Oh my goodness, look at the little film.
Have you been downstairs yet?
We're heading down there now.
Bowling alley.
We were upstairs.
Bowling alley, pool room, and cigar room and stuff down there.
Oh my gosh. Is Connie down there?
No.
Oh, I haven't seen him either. He's a recreation area.
Okay.
Bowling alleys here, exercise room there. And where those people are just on the left is a billiard room and Mr. DuPont's office at the end.
Okay.
There's also a few rooms down here that you can off of this hall that you can check out.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, we did see that. Okay. That was it.
Didn't see where hanging up the photos in there.
Must be the mechanical rooms down there.
Hello.
Hello.
This is a model of a USS Idaho from World War I. The model was built from scratch by the son of Mr. DuPont, so it was not a set that you put together, but he built every single piece.
Wow.
He served on the original. On this side, the billiard room. And the office is there.
This first billiard table here only had one pocket in the corner.
No, this one has no pockets. Or only one month. And we were in.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
We're on the neighbor's table.
We didn't go in the library here.
Oh, you didn't? I did. Go through there and there's some more.
Touch it. Can you touch it?
Touching it doesn't affect it. It has to recognize you somehow. Here, well, this did something.
Linda gave us a little tour of the Nemours Children's Hospital. I've included some shots here from the public areas that we went through. We were not real successful in getting this interactive display to interact with us, but it was really cool.
Yeah, everybody's laughing. Off and it takes your ice cream and the robot arm goes. Half the fun is watching the device, you know, but the flavors change and then you can blend your own like smoothie over here.
Oh my goodness. This reminds me of making our own chocolate bar at Hershey.
They're all trained. They're like the kids are like my voice says, there you go. Here we got a spoon behind you.
We'll end the video with some still shots that were gathered from the Nemours Estate and then followed by pictures from our weekend with our siblings. visited the Antietam National Park as well as Harper's Ferry. To finish off the video, I've included a few pictures of the place where we were staying for the weekend, and also the video of the drive up the driveway and the road in the area. Thanks for watching, and we hope you have safe and happy travels.